Hello everybody, welcome back to Pokemon WoofGold and Master Silver, a little ROM hack I released about a year ago. Today we are going to clear through Azalea Town. I'm not sure if we're doing the gym, but we're at least doing Team Rocket. I don't have a whole lot of time to record today, but we'll see. We're going to get a new team member, we're going to clear out Team Rocket, and maybe do the gym leader and rival battle. First, let's fight Hiker Anthony. Oh, I thought he led with his Machop. Okay, let's switch out Taranza. But yeah, it is quite a shame that Steel 99 plays. Their Nuzlocke didn't go to plan, but I'm happy to see they're continuing a casual playthrough. They're starting again, but this time doing a more casual playthrough, which I think will go much better, because that's kind of what this is designed around. Although I do think if you haven't Nuzlocked much before, and you want to get into harder ROM hacks, this is a good, first ROM hack to do before you try Nuzlocking a proper difficulty hack. Okay, yeah, I do want to go Beedrill here, but first let's get off Hypnosis. There we go. Evening of Rain, Poliwag is not known for its damage output. Part of the reason I buffed this line is because it was painful to use in playtesting. Yeah, let's go for that Rock Smash that always lowers defense. Whoops, I accidentally clicked Poison Sting. Well, that was a wasted turn. Yeah, because Hiker Anthony, I think he has, higher IVs than the average trainer. I think he has 15 across the board. So this Machamp is decently... This Machop is decently bulky. That defense drop will come in quite handy. From here, I think we just Fury Attack, because 3 Fury Attacks should out... On average, Fury Attack should out-damage Rock Smash. It might even get the kill here. But yeah, sorry it's been a couple days since the last recording. This episode's probably gonna go up late. I've been playing more Kirby Air Riders because I have a problem. And it's a very healthy problem. I need to get a new Switch capture card. It's been so long since I've used it that mine has kind of gone kaput. And I would love to do some streams of Kirby Air Riders. Of a good, heartwarming story. Let's ignore that for now, because right now I have another objective. This might take a while. I'll come back when we get it. Never mind, that was a meteor. I don't think Poison Sting kills here. Yeah. But yep, Paris, and mainly Parasect, are actually pretty decently buffed in this. And it's something I definitely want to use on my team as my grass type going forward. Which sadly means this is Taranza's final battle. If it stays in the ball. I know I could just use a Great Ball, but I think a Pokeball would look better on it. If I had a Fast Ball, that would be ideal visually. There we go. Yeah, other than the HP, which got a pretty significant buff from this line, a lot of the buffs this thing has to do with, like, move changes I made, like buffs to moves it got. Anyways, where is it? There it is. Welcome to the team, iFold. I guess on our way to the Pokemon Center, let's talk to Kurt right quick. I would kind of like to do things quickly, because I only have about an hour to record, so we'll see how that goes. I can leave Gabi with you. Yeah, hold up. Let me leave Gabi with you right quick. That is such a good sound effect. What do? You look important. You're not important. Okay, first off, let's get rid of Armstrong and re-add Gaia to the team. And let's bring on, iFold. Do I have any... I need to think about whether or not I teach this to Paris. Because that would be a useful move, but I don't think we're going to be fighting as many Geodudes coming up. Let's just take you. So. Okay, good. We got the right ability. I forgot to check if we got the right ability. We were going to have to catch a new one if it didn't. Neutral Nature. I'll take that. We don't have any of the buffed moves yet, but we'll get there. We'll get there. For now, we're going to have to switch train you. I will indeed, Kurt. You're a legend. Okay, Slowpoke is kind of what I wanted here, because I think this is something iFold could take down by itself relatively easily. And it gives good experience. Like, the scratches will do nothing, but the poison powders? Oh, that will go crazy. Yeah, the first buff you're probably going to notice with this thing is it has plus 15 base HP, plus 30 if you're talking about Parasect. That's pretty good. Okay, that yawn hurts a little bit, but it's more so a nuisance. It's still taking the poison damage. Like, if I get a crit here, it's going to take a lot, yeah. My favorite part about content creation is luck is just whatever's funniest. I have a friend who keeps arguing about me as to whether or not this game has rigged RNG. Spoilers, I've seen the code. It doesn't have rigged RNG. And if they see that clip, they are going to lose they're going to lose their mind in my Discord DMs. Did I see a pickup item on Phanpy? On Gaia? No, I did not. Anyways, next battle. What level is this Rattata? Okay, that is a bit tough for iFold. But Spectre should just win this easily. I don't think Rattata has Bite yet. Yeah, a Ghost type's pretty strong at this point in the game. I haven't seen the latest Chugga Conroy episode yet, but I woke up, like, in the middle of the night last night to that friend who complains about the rigged RNG talking about a quote I said in air quotes, and how it's like, oh, the game doesn't have, like, rigged RNG or something. Or something like that. I can pull up the exact quote right now. Let's see. RNG isn't rigged, you just notice the bad RNG more. Yeah, because that's... Okay, I guess it had Bite. I wasn't looking. Well, Gaia needs more EXP. It hasn't been on the team in a bit. It's like, yeah, it's generally speaking, people notice negativity more. Negative things stick in our heads more. And he attached that to a link to Chugga Conroy's episode with the Whitney thumbnail talking about RNG, and it's like, listen, that's a very RNG heavy fight in general. That's one of the more RNG heavy fights. But I mean, I'm the one who's seen how the game runs its RNG. Welp. And it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, you do notice the bad RNG more, but also, over time, RNG is always going to even out to the expected odds. And it's like, oh, but what about that particularly bad example he listed? Again, I haven't seen that episode yet, but assuming he's sending it to me in PMs, I'm assuming Chugga got very bad luck. I mean, again, let's say we didn't... Oh, I guess Professor Elm wants to talk. Probably about Kotokopi. I'll probably just, maybe I think I'll start the next episode with just us being at Professor Elm's. Save y'all the time of walking back and me the time of editing. Speaking of editing, I will be right back. Okay, we are back. And as I was saying, it's like, okay, yeah, he had that very specific example of what I'm assuming is going to be very bad RNG. But, like, let me put it this way. If Chugga didn't have bad RNG, he wouldn't be using that example. We wouldn't be talking about it because good RNG isn't noteworthy. It's the same type of thing where it's like, oh, you're talking about a car crash versus a plane crash. Statistically, car crashes are worse. By several order of magnitudes, car crashes are worse. But you notice the plane crashes way more because they make the bigger, more frightening headline. People do that with luck in video games. Where it's like, oh, they drastically overestimate how big of a problem something is because they remember the moments where the problem actually happens, even if it's statistically not that likely. Like, I guarantee you, if you were to average out, if you were to go through this entire series and just keep track of every crit that I dish out, it will equal about 1 in 16, which I believe is the odds. Like, it'll roughly even out to that. Even if I have a string of, like, 5 crits in a row, the long-term average is gonna be 1 in 16. Same happens for, like, damage rolls, although it's harder to keep track of that because it varies so much from turn to turn. It also, happens with status effects proccing, it happens with flinching. It happens with anything that's luck-based. If it's luck-based, it will always average out to a certain amount the higher you have a sample size. This is an indisputable law of mathematics. And it will happen. And you will not believe it unless you actually keep track of it, because you're gonna notice the bad parts so much more. Gaia was struggling a lot with that, but I still think Gaia needs key experience. And honestly, hitting myself with confusion just buffs Flail anyways. I wouldn't mind a crit here. But yeah, in general, I don't take it that seriously when people are like, oh yeah, Pokemon has such rigged RNG, and it's like, I'm a competitive Pokemon player, I'm used to playing around RNG. Playing around RNG is a skill in its own right, unless we're talking about freeze or flinch. I'm not risking this. I'm just gonna go out to, you. It's like, it's a skill in its own right, and also, I studied game design quite a bit. I know how RNG works in a lot of games. Pokemon, I know for a fact Pokemon is one of the only RPGs or video games in general where RNG isn't rigged. Most games rig it in favor of the player for the exact whole people remember negative things more anyways type thing. Like, most games try to prevent that. Pokemon tells you to screw off. This is a multiplayer game, so we're gonna make it not rigged at all. And it's like, yeah, that's just how games work. Also, Pokemon has input-based RNG, so technically speaking, if you're crazy good at understanding how the RNG works, the game doesn't have the game doesn't have RNG at all, because you could just rig everything to your favor. This doesn't work in multiplayer, but if you're talking about, like, in-game, like a speedrun, I believe the speedrun for Hard Gold Soul Silver starts off with just a really long string of RNG manipulation. You get Thunderbolt from the game corner, a Master Ball from the ID lottery, and a good Raikou after you go to Burn Tower. And that's all done so it can, you can just replace your starter with that and have a level 40 Raikou with Thunderbolt and Shadow Ball. You need help. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty underleveled. The whole, using this many Pokemon thing this early is kind of hurting my levels. We will probably have to cut to do, some level grinding after this. Actually, we'll see how I feel after Bugsy. I actually match up very badly into Bugsy. So I will be doing level grinding for that, probably. I don't have a Rock type on my team. I mean, this thing learns Rock Tomb, and I don't think I have a, another Pokemon planned. Okay, I should have just switched out. I don't think I have a Pokemon planned that's gonna use Rock Tomb. Oh, that did a lot. Okay. Yeah, let's just switch into no and use that speed to escape. You know, if it didn't supersonic me there, I was actually probably gonna Psy-Wave it. I love the booming sound of that theme starting up. It's so good. At level 8, this thing definitely shouldn't have Bite. Actually, I should have just led with Phanpy. Oh, it's switching. That makes perfect 100% sense. As does that. I have hit a lot of Psy-Waves so far this episode. Who knows? Maybe it was just time for me to get that 1 in 10 miss chance. Can this Zubat die? Ugh. I don't want to deal with confusion. I'm just gonna switch out into Gaia. Gaia could use the experience still. Finally. Well, time to flail. Oh, come on. I don't think this is gonna kill. Nope, I just got my second flail crit. Oh, Bugcatcher Wade was calling us. Okay, we should be fine going into this fight. Be good and look after your house with Grandpa and Slowpoke. Love, Dad. Dad never came back with the Moo Moo milk. Now let's use Babu to run away. Babu is not going to get much use in this upcoming battle, probably. And if it does, I can just Synthesis. Let's fight Executive Proton. Yep, he's often considered the scariest and cruelest guy in Team Rocket, so... I mean, again, he's the one labeling himself as that, but I decided to try and give the executives a little bit more personality in their teams. You won't see it much this time, but Proton will have a generally more, like, offensive team with some, like, kind of annoying gimmicks to it. I think we just go Glenn here and get some chip damage off on this. My main answer to this is weakened. And I'm not sure when it gets bite. I think in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum it gets bite pretty early. It might have bite here, which poses a problem for Misdreavish. It at least has Astonish. Oh yeah, it just straight up has bite. I think we just get the damage off, not worry about the sleep. Tambora can definitely handle this. It's just, I want to save its health. I think we will just let Glenn go down here since I'm under-leveled. I don't remember the moveset on the rest of this team. Gaia should live a hit pretty comfortably, and then a flail should do a lot after that. Astonish. Yeah, let's just go straight into Tambora. I know there's somebody who's like, oh, in the comments, who's like, oh yeah, he got double flinched into crit or whatever. And they're gonna completely ignore the Supersonic miss immediately after. When Supersonic was more likely to hit than either of those. So this has buffed Poison Gas, and I also believe it has buffed Smog. Smog and Poison Gas are basically just buffed, so NPCs using Coughing can be more annoying. Smog has the same 20 power, and it still has bad accuracy. Its accuracy is just slightly less bad, and has a slightly better chance of, what's the word? Slightly better chance of poisoning. And Poison Gas has plus 10 accuracy. I think you could use the experience. And then you're probably going to go down here, because I'm going to keep you in against the next thing. Yes, his ace is now a Spinnerack. The cruel Team Rocket leader, executive, now has a big scary spider. We're just gonna Gust here. So yeah, Babu goes down here, and we're just gonna use this as another chance to switch train iFold. iFold isn't going to be that useful until we get a stab move, which should be relatively soon. So the switch training is super important. That Nightshade sucks because it means that we're probably not going to beat this thing with Tambora. If Ember doesn't kill, Tambora goes down. That's fine, because Tambora, you know, super easy to train up. Okay, and we got the kill even with the max IVs. Oh, there's that fastball I was talking about. Trying to think about the other Pokemon we need. Which one would be more useful? I don't really have a preference, so let's just go with whatever we have the most of. Why, yes, please. I'm actually starting to feel pretty bad for some reason, so I think I'm gonna end it here. I only have about 20 minutes left to record anyways. So we're just gonna heal at the Pokemon Center. And I'm gonna do some off-screen grinding to bring, Gaia. Like, basically, I'm gonna bring the rest of the team up to level 13. So yeah. Next episode, we are going to check out Professor Elm to show him that Togepi. Then we are going to do what I promised this episode. Bugsy, the rival, and probably make it to Goldenrod as well. We'll see on that last one. This has been Wolfmaster Arf, and I will see you next time. Adios.